This the Mixtape Queens.
Welcome to another fire episode of the Mixtape Queens Podcast, where we bring you the hottest and most talented artists in the music industry.
Today's artist is Asa Ace, who's not only a DJ, but a vibe facilitator who uses a variety of instruments with her voice to stimulate healing and create shifts that promote change and frequencies for a higher state of being. Welcome, Queen.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We want to let everybody know that today is your birthday. We want to give you a big birthday shout out. Yes.
If you're hearing this later, because this episode is probably going to be posted later on, probably not going to be on her birthday anymore, but you better message her and still say happy belated.
Yes.
Because every day is your birthday.
Yes, and mine is not too far away from here. I have 6 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Taurus Queen.
Yes.
Good energy.
Yes, Earth Gang for real. So a little background about how we met. We were at the Dallas Reggae Festival. Shout out to our sister Ellie Mack for inviting us. She got us all access passes and we got to be there all day on Saturday. And, we were out there taking pictures and mingling around, and we decided to just take a break on the side by the stage. And we were just sitting there, and all of a sudden, y'all came and stood right in front of us. And we just looked at each other, and we're like, wow, because y'all are both beautiful. And we're just, admiring the beauty. And y'all kind of just stood there for a while, and we saw you walking by, and we said, yeah, let's take their picture. So we went ahead and took a picture of y'all by the stage. And that's how we got to meet y'all. We didn't know who you were or anything. And it turns out it's quite the connection that we made with both of you. And we're just learning about the power of words. And we learned yesterday that the word coincidence is used by governments to control minds to think that things are not as special as they really are, right? Like everything in divine time. And yeah, definitely no coincidence. So we're very excited to have you on the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're excited to get to know you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background? How did you get started in music?
So I was a respiratory therapist, like working in the hospital. I guess I was just after the money, like after the bread, like followed the career path, just going off what my family was like pushing me towards. And I don't really know. I think I was going through a breakup, and before that, I was like, oh, I want to be a DJ, because I went to someone's set in Chicago, Footwork, like Tech Life. I went to their set, and so I was so inspired, and I was like, yo, I want to be a DJ. Like, I really want to learn it. And I had always been into music, like growing up, high school. I was the one, like, I would bring my CD player on the bus and like just with speakers just to blast it. People always asked me to bring the music to the party. So I didn't know, like, I just always knew the vibe to play. And so when DJing was like me tapping into my creativity, and it kept me like at home. Like, it felt home. I was transitioning a lot. I was moving at the time, and I was just like, this is going to be my thing. And it was something that I actually like stayed dedicated to, like just learning, teaching myself. It was like became a meditation. It was that time like with myself. Like, I know I had to put the time in and practice. So it was just me and my board. And like, I really just fell in love with the knowledge of like learning how to DJ, and then eventually all the people that I met learning how to DJ, and the people, like the community of it, like it just felt like family. It just felt like a part of me. So it's taken me so many places.
Oh, sweet. That's dope. So it's kind of like a natural calling for you, right?
Yeah.
Definitely stepped into your own field, because, a lot of people struggle with trying to figure out what, they know they want to do music, but they don't know what part of music they want to be a part of. They want to be a DJ. They want to be, just an engineer making the beats or just being an artist. So that's pretty cool that you were able to find that through kind of setting up the music for everybody's parties.
Yes, and we saw you, we were checking out all of your socials and your YouTube, and we see you, it seemed like almost all over the world, or at least all over the country, DJing, and we got to see some of your live sessions. For the people who are listening, how would you describe your sound or your vibe, and who are some of your influences?
I would say my sets, like, it really depends on where I am and what the crowd is like, because I've DJed in front of like so many different people, like so many different situations. So I really curate just like off the vibe of the people and what I would, what I know that they would move to, because I like to play music that people don't really know. Like, I like to go digging like on Bandcamp and finding like indie artists and playing vibes that aren't just radio vibes. So like right now, of course, like Afro beats, I'm a piano. That's usually my go-to. Dance hall, like 90s dance hall rhythms, like that's what got me. That's why I wanted to become a DJ, so I can play that. So that's really like that's my passion right there when it comes to music. um it's hard for me to say like influences, because I don't really look outside of myself like a lot for like encouragement and what to do. So a lot of it like just comes from inside. But I would say um just like family. Like, I had an uncle, he was a producer, DJ, and so he's really been like support for me. Like, I call him with all my questions, he has all the right answers, he links me with all the people that I need to know. So I mean, but besides that, like every DJ, like from the creation of DJing, like back turntablism, like everybody who made it a physical thing that we can actually do now are my influences.
Oh, dope. Yes. We love a multi-dimensional, multifaceted queen such as yourself. I love how you said you enjoy playing things people haven't heard. So that's dope for sure. And being authentically you, that's great, because we don't need copies of everybody else. We want you. That's special. So,
Right. So tell us how you came up with the name Asa Ace, because it's so beautiful.
So my real name is Asa. My mom named me that, so it means healer, or dearest one. And I found out in Ghana it also means dance. And Ace is just like my nickname. Like, everybody would call me Ace. So Asa Ace, like, that's just been my name like forever. So it's just me.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
yes. Can you tell us more about your other hobbies outside of being a DJ, like your sound healing and other things like that?
Yeah, so I became like a sound healer really after the during the pandemic, because I was in the hospital working at that time, because at the time I would DJ like half and then work in the hospital half. And so during that whole like transition of the world, it was like, yo, you got to make a choice. Like, you got to decide like what's really good, like where you moving to, and like what path are you about to be on, because this split path is not working out. And so I just couldn't handle like the hospital anymore, and it just wasn't it just wasn't real. Like, my soul was just like, can't do this no more. So I was just like, forget it. And then I just went heavier in DJing, and then I found sound healing. um Actually, I had started buying instruments like a few years before the pandemic happened. Like, I brought some Tibetan bowls, I brought a tongue drum, and I didn't really know. Like, I was just like, ooh, I want one of these. And I didn't really know about sound healing at the time. Um, I really didn't know like it was what it was about and how it's used like holistically to heal people and raise their vibrations. And so during the pandemic, I was just like information mode. I was like, I need to know stuff. Like I was just digging, trying to find out all kind of remedies and holistic ways. And so sound healing just, I guess it was another thing that found me. And as I tapped into it, it's just like, oh, it makes so much sense. And I had even saw reading like my life path number is 5, and it was like, oh yeah, life path 5 are sound healers. And I was just like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this. So I mean, that's my hobby. Also, I make beads, like I make waist beads. So crafting is one of my hobbies. I have my own clothing line, so like I guess fashion's also a hobby. Traveling, yeah, chilling.
Yes, Queen. That's beautiful. I have an experience with sound healing. It started about 10 years ago, and I used to get really bad headaches. And I was visiting a friend. Well, I was introduced to another friend that was there and had some sound bowls. And I had mentioned I was kind of suffering from a headache, and he said, okay, come over here and, just sit down and relax. And he, kind of just, did the sound, and literally my ears popped like within a second, and my headache was gone immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was pretty miraculous. So I pray that more people get in tune with sound healing and it finds more people, because it really is a special thing. We've known since ancient times how powerful it is, and yet some people still don't understand or even believe in it.
Right. It's hard to convince people that, it can help them or it's what they need. And a lot of people are just addicted to like the struggle and stress. Like people feel like that's their home and that's normal. So anything other than that, like they have to discover that on their own.
Social media game changers. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? It's time to step up your game with the Mixtape Queens. We specialize in all things social media, from graphic design, music, photography, and videos. We got everything you need. Whether you're a business looking to boost your brand, an influencer looking to expand your following, or wanting to just get yourself heard, the Mixtape Queens got you. Want to contact us? Go to our website at mixtapequeens.com.
That's pure facts.
Yes, absolutely. So within your time of being a DJ, can you tell us about some of the issues or the struggles that you faced?
Yeah, just like men and their egos. Like honestly, they're, it's been, I guess, male dominated for so long because they have a sense of self, and they feel powerful, and they feel themselves. Like when you're behind the decks, like I understand, like you're controlling a crowd, you're in the vibe, like you're the focus. And so when some men, like especially me, like I'm equally masculine and feminine, so it's like when I'm DJing and I come in and they like, oh, you know what you're doing, and they feel the vibe. Some of them are just like, they feel away. They feel away, and just even unconsciously, like their energy changes. And just dealing with like promoters not even like trying to pay you, not respecting you as a female, like it's just, you really see people like as they are and who they are, when it comes to exchanging money and like your talent and being in that situation. So yeah, I just experienced like certain venues and places that I used to really like and want to be in, and then when I'm in the position where I can actually play there and I'm behind the scenes, and then I see the energy of the people running it, and I'm just like, nah, I don't, this is whack. So yeah, just energy. That's been like the challenge.
And don't we know it? There is definitely a lot of greedy energy and cutthroat energy in the music business. And, being two females ourselves, we definitely know what that's like, right? Because we are, um, well, there's only 15% women in the music industry. It's a male dominated industry, and um, yeah, we relate to that. That's why the mixtape queens here, both of us, it's our mission to queens support queens. That's our mission.
Like, we support all artists, but our main focus is females, the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy, because without us, the world will fall to pieces. Without our art, without our music, without our sound, it would fall. It really would. And they don't give us enough credit. And all we want to do is just boost that and shine light on that. So that's pretty dope. You are such a boss. Like, your energy is everything. Like, you really know what you want for yourself, which is pretty cool.
Yes, and it shows. So, we're excited to see what's in store for Asa Ace. Can you tell us what are some of your goals for the future?
Whew, that's hard. I don't know. It's hard, like, because I just feel like I really stepped into a new version of me, and it's like a lot of abundance is coming, and my goals, like, I don't know, really everything has never, like, my goals have never really just been for myself. Like, it's more for community. Like, I have a kind of like an artist creative supportive community called Love Is Real, and through that, like, the goal is just to encourage creatives to live joyfully and happily, like, just through their creativity. And, like, what does that look like, and trying to create a structure of that, and supporting people to, like, step into their light, share their light, to enlighten other people, just raising vibrations, like, across the world. So right now, like, my sister's in Korea, like, over there spreading her vibes. I just got back from Ghana not too long ago, trying to get back there soon, just, like, elevating the creative. So that's just my goal, to keep doing that, and hopefully that can obtain, like, give us something tangible for everyone in the future.
Oh, that's beautiful, for real. Yes, queen. We appreciate that. And it's definitely an act of service to spread your message in that way, and to help uplift artists and others all around the world. So yes, congratulations on that. And I relate to, I guess there's a point where you get past the manifesting stage, and you just literally don't have to try so hard. Just be open to receiving your blessings, because every time the universe can give you more than you could have ever dreamed, right?
Yeah, I'm more in the flow state now.
Absolutely. Yes, we can relate to that too. So
for sure, everything's coming a little bit, I wouldn't say quicker, but it's easier for those who are actually open to it. You got to be open to that flow state in order to get where you really, really want to be.
Yeah.
So here at the Mixtape Queens, we use this platform, of course, to help and uplift people all around the world, all artists and all creatives. Especially those who may be going through hard times, or having lack of motivation, or just trouble finding themselves. Do you have any advice for those that are listening?
I would say go within, like, first. That motivation, like, it has to come from within yourself, because a lot of that pressure and the depression comes from outside, and how we weren't, like, appreciative, or we didn't get enough love from the people around us. So either you gotta give yourself space. Maybe you're not in the proper environment that you need to be in, that's feeding you for your type of energy. So first you got to find where you're supposed to be. Go in, like, go into hermit mode and like really find that like you can commune with yourself, your tap into your higher self to really figure out what you're supposed to do in this life. And when you're on your path, like you're not stressed, you're not depressed, you're not none of that. You're just in the flow. So a lot of people need help finding that. So like reach out. It's also sometimes hard to find the correct person for that, but I mean there's plenty of resources now. So, and if you're open, like you'll find the people, your soul tribe. So it's just like go within and then reach out. That's my advice. Like life is what you make it, and it's one day at a time. So we can all overcome like any lower vibrations, any lower, like anything that we're in that we don't want to be in and we want to get out of. Like we can get ourselves out of that.
Yes, thank you. That's very powerful advice. We hope that it reaches someone right now who's listening. I think the main thing that stuck out for me on what you just said was to change your environment, right? If you are not in a place that is going to help you become better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to change that first before you can start reaching new levels of consciousness. You have to get rid of those weeds in your garden before you start planting the flowers, right? So
correct. And that means going within, like you said. It's about what's on your inside more so than what's going on outside of you, because everything that's outside of you is out of your control.
yes, and like you also said, to be open to receive those blessings, like those people who can help you, or those connections that could like last a lifetime, and build things that you couldn't even dream.
Right.
And that's so true. So thank you again for giving that inspiration and motivation. We know that's gonna really help somebody out there that's listening to this episode.
Yes, we're so blessed to have you today on your special day. It's pretty mind-blowing for us to just make these connections around the world. We started our podcast only 4 months ago, and our podcast is trending around the world. It's top 200 music podcasts in the world. And we're just so blessed to have you here, and so grateful that we got the divine chance to meet you in person and just take a picture of you. And we're excited to see what's to come in the future, and check in with you along the way. And you always have our support here.
Yep. So
Thank
anything
you.
that you have that you post, you want to share with us, we will like, comment, share, support. We got you 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I hope you all the best. Like it keeps just stay consistent, and I hope, it takes you all places and you get to meet amazing people and you just get to enjoy life and helping spread people's passion. Like that's very needed. We need positive platforms like this. So just keep going, and however I can help, just let me know.
Of course, of course, of course. Thank you so much for giving us your energy today and sharing your light and such positive messages about finding yourself, really. And it's just such a good episode. People are going to love this. So, we love you, Queen. And you got us locked in now. We with you forever now. You support us now.
Thank you.
So we hope you have a beautiful rest of your birthday. Enjoy yourself.
Go to the spa.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, y'all have a great day too.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you,
Queen.
Queen.
Stay blessed.
You too.
Rise like a phoenix into a realm of the unknown.